morning, everyone. I'm just bouncing around. Don't pay me any attention. It's good to see everybody today. Let me bring my light a little bit closer so brighten things up a little bit. There we go. Much better. Much better. Tim, you didn't do anything. You're all good, brother. Hey, Bob. Alderman Asia, good to see you, man. Philthos is in the house. Thailand Backpacker is in the house. Met Tech is definitely in the house. Griffin is here. Jim Pell. Jim's already okay. Let's have a great live tonight. Let's do this thing. I like that. 9 thumbs up already. Really appreciate that, guys. Please be sure to hit the thumbs up button. It helps the channel. It does. It helps a lot. Good evening, Charles White. Good to see you, man. Philtho says late start. I'm sorry. Yes, Jim is in the house. Hello to you, Robert, and good evening to you, I should say. Definitely good morning to me as I am trying to wake up. Jim says, I'm fired up. I've had a great week at helping others right now, which is his business and website. You guys should go check out. We were able to help 4 different families this week, and now it is time to help the DoMoreLife family. I love your attitude, Jim. Love your attitude. Here is today's description. I really can't take too much more of the indecisiveness that is going on in Thailand for more than a year. In short, I can't take much more of this. In today's video, we will discuss the back and forth decision making of Thailand regarding the jabs, quarantine, tourism, the reopening of Thailand for international tourists, and mass tourism returning to Thailand. What is the actual timeline for Thailand to reopen? What will they do if one step is missed in their plan? It's time to take a good look at the situation while living and working in Thailand from an expat's point of view. This is not my country, but I love it here. If it gets too tough to live here, I can always leave. However, that is the final option or the last straw. I want to stay in Thailand. The question is, does Thailand want me to stay? I certainly hope so. In addition, we will discuss the latest news and updates for Thailand travel. The travel news will cover foreign and domestic tourism. So, we're going to get into some good stuff today. Probably go into a few areas that maybe I shouldn't, but I love Thailand. This is, again, this is not criticism. It's really not criticism. It's just, I'm tired. I'm tired of being tired of worrying about, when the doors are going to open to the country. I'm tired about knowing where I'm going to do, where I'm going to go, if I'm going to be able to get a jab, if I'm going to be able to get be able to do things. They're still locking things down in provinces. And it is what it is. It is what it is. So, Philto says, I'll be back at 10:31. All right, if it's 10:32 when you come back, you're late, dude. Jim has already thrown out a challenge here before we get going. Wait, let's read what It's the Journey saying. I don't think we have the PayPal link posted yet. It's the Journey says, evening or morning, all from Los Cabos, heading to Indonesia in about 2 weeks. Jeremy, that time has almost arrived. Good for you, man. Good for you. Very good for you. Jim says, I tell you what I want to do. I'm going, Robert usually posts that link, and I'm sure he will in just a second. Jim says, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something different, starting at 10:10 my time, so it gives everybody a few minutes, to 10:30. That's 20 minutes. Let's get that first 100 in contributions in here early tonight so we have a relaxed live. That sounds good. Jim says, Jeremy, from 10 p.m. my time to 10:30 p.m. my time, you get 75 in. I will send you 25. Sounds like a great challenge. I love it. and good for you, Mr. Jim. There is the PayPal link. We will pin that to the top so everybody will have it. And appreciate everybody's contributions already, because I know you guys will come through for the channel. Got some big projects coming up. Working on projects that will end in or begin in October, sometime in October, the 1st or the last of October. And I'm very, very excited about it. Let's see. Mark says the first 100. Hi, JC. I'm here too. Mark, it's good to see you. Yeah, we got some big projects coming up, and channel funding is a priority on that list. Let's say, but however, we're not going to focus on just contributions to this live stream. We're definitely going to talk about some very important stuff here in Thailand. I'm going to go through the news like always, so don't worry. Let's see. I don't want to miss any comments either. Tim says, well, isn't the fun of being a world adventurer is not knowing what is around the corner? It is, 100%. Thailand Backpacker says $100 is all I have for my monthly budget here. I hear you, man. Jim says, I know that you have some projects coming up. We need to get some funding in there for the DoMoreLife channel. That's 100% correct. Thank you, Jim. Ross, what's up, buddy? He says, have you noticed most of May tourist areas now look like summer beach locations in the wintertime? If those cities can ramp up staff, every year, I'm sure Thailand will as well. Going to take time. 100%. 100%, Ross. Jim says, you handle the news and I will handle the contributions. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, here's what I'm tired of. People ask me what I'm tired of. I'm tired of the indecisiveness. That's what I'm tired of. I'm tired of hearing about one plan and it not coming to fruition, and then hearing about Roger, did you time Tim out? How'd that happen? Tim, I don't know why you got timed out for 300 seconds, but it may have been an accident. Roger may have hit the wrong button or something. Just hang in there. Yeah. Don't be too rough on Roger, guys. I'm sure it's some kind of accident. I don't know that I can fix it. Let me see. I don't know. Tim, just hang tight, man. It's only 300 seconds. I'm not. Somebody accidentally timed you out. So don't worry. No big issue. Just hold your comment for about 4 minutes, and then you can come right back in and say whatever you want. No problem. Big ups. Thank you. Griffin says, in my county in Florida, it took over a month to get the website set up, phone lines with people, and a place to do all the jabs at. Now, here it's taken over a year to do all that. So, it's, let me give you an example. They had, my friend yesterday went to, they're claiming that they have these walk-in centers, right? Well, they clarified what the walk-in center was. Basically, what they said was, it's a place where you walk in to make an appointment. So you walk in and you sign up, register for appointment. This is for Thais only, okay? Walk in, you make an appointment, and you may or may not get a jab that day. It depends. Roger said, oops, I'm getting a massage, and she's moving me all over the place. I didn't know I touched anything. Sorry. It's all good, Roger. It's all good, man. All good. No worries. I know you didn't do it on purpose, so it's no big deal. I do find some things interesting here. They have said that foreigners will be allowed to register for the jabs in starting June 7th on a new app that's coming out. I haven't seen the app. I'm not aware of the app being available on the App Store. But they say it's coming. So who knows what's going to happen? I don't know. I really want my life to get back to some kind of normalcy. And again, I could leave and do that. In fact, let me tell you guys a quick story. I had a potential job opportunity. Okay, Jim says it's 10-10. Challenge begins. Let's do it, guys. There you go. Jim says 75 in. He'll put 25 with it. And we got 20 minutes worth of challenge time. So I'll let you guys handle the rest. 2 days ago, I spoke to my father, who is in. 2 days ago, I spoke. Ross, I'll read your comment in a few. 2 days ago, I spoke to my father, who is in the Keys, the Florida Keys. Mr. Tom O'Connell, thank you very much. $10 towards the cause. Thank you, Tom. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Jim's looking for PayPal and Cash App only, and he put my Cash App tag up there. He can do it again if he wants to. But Tom, nonetheless, very, very, very much appreciate you super chatting. Thank you very, very much. To go towards Jim's challenges has to be in PayPal or cash format. It's all good. Tony says it feels like we're in jail and our lives, joy and experiences are being wasted as these COVID years pass. You know, that's a very, very good statement, really, Tony, because I kind of feel the same way. I really haven't felt that way until recently, when everything this third wave came through Thailand. Lyle, there's Lyle. What's up, dude? Good to see you, man. This third wave came through, and it's just been it's been a mess. It really has, guys. It's been a mess. And I hope that the plan that Thailand has works. I really do. Phuket is still saying they're going to start in they're really going to. I can't do that. That would defeat the purpose for the guy that just sent me the message. They say they're going to open July 1st with the Sandbox model. They are hell bent on that. They say they're going to do it. It's going to get done. They're pumping a lot of the jabs down there. We had 1.5 million jabs delivered to Bangkok a few days ago. I don't know where they're going. I know I'm not getting one, and that's a little unnerving to me right now, because I want to get it and get on with my life. Tim says, Backpacker said he only had $100 for the month. I replied with, the month is almost over, so I got booted. Did I do something wrong? No, Tim, you didn't. Roger accidentally hit that button. Charles has been the first one. Mr. Charles White has been the first one to jump in on the PayPal challenge. I appreciate that. He has hit it with $20. And there you go. We're looking for 75 total. Jim's going to match it with 25. You just got the first ding ding. Mr. Charles White, $20. Good job, Mr. Charles White. Good job. Let's see, 75. So we got 55 more to go. I like it. Let me catch these. Let me catch these comments real quick. No, Tim, you didn't do anything wrong. Roger hit the wrong button through his massage. He says it's tough. Just call me Pretzel. I like that. Jim says Lyle challenge. He's talking to Lyle. Challenge is up and going. 18 minutes, 75 to go. Now 55 to go. So we'll see what happens. I'm very excited, guys. Very excited. Roger says, was my mistake. Sorry. It happens all the time, man. New York Frank, what's up, my brother? Good to see you, man. I'm glad you're in here. Thank you for joining the stream. And as always, it's a pleasure to have you in. Charles White says, glad to help. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Big projects coming up and really, really, really excited. What is the sandbox model? The sandbox model basically means that they're going to start with one location and keep you in the box, right? Until other locations are ready to be opened. That's the simplest explanation I can give you. That is a good question, Mark. Good question. Jim says 20 down, 55 to go. We can get that 55. We always come through, and I have no doubt that we'll do that. Johnny says I have some Vietnamese dong to spare. I don't know that I have. I guess you could send Vietnamese dong. I'm not sure. And Jim says, Roger, I'm sorry to inform you that mistake will cost you $20 contribution made by PayPal or Cash App within the next 15 minutes. I love it. So I'm just frustrated at the whole situation in general because it's affecting job. It's affecting, we don't, some of us who are in the education field, education sector, don't know that we're going to have, that's Roger McGee, by the way. Love you, Roger McGee, as always. Love you, love you, love you. That was $25 for Mr. Roger McGee. And here is the countdown. Roger McGee, $25. Thank you so much, Roger. Thank you so very much. And Roger and Tom and Charles, thank you guys. I really, 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 really genuinely appreciate it, especially at a time like this. 25 down. That's right. 30 to go. Only $30 to go. And then Jim's got to pay. Jim says at 10, you got out of timeout. You are on bond. The cost is $20, non-refundable, paid by Cash App or PayPal only. I love it, Jim. Jim's giving them out. I'm going to get into the news here, guys, but these challenges are always fun, and I love to see. I mean, when I get contributions like that, it's wonderful, and I really appreciate you guys. Really, 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 genuinely appreciate you guys doing that. Now, we've been told many times that the emergency decree that Thailand has was going to be it was going to end. Basically, the emergency decree gives the government sweeping powers to do whatever they want, whenever they want, however they want, in terms of restrictions, laws, curfews, bans. They do all that stuff, right? They just extended it for 2 more months because they said it's going to take 2 more months to get the situation under control. It's been over a year and a half. The situation, I would have loved to have seen the situation under control long before now. I'm not going to speculate again, this is not blaming. Griffin just sent $10. Thank you very much, Griffin. Love and appreciate you, brother. Thank you very much. Thank you. Griffin, $10. Where we at, Jim? Johnny says until everyone gets the jab, it's not going to open. That's 100% right, Johnny. You are correct. Tim says they have no clue when the situation will be under control. I'm inclined to agree with you. Very much. Very, very much. I am inclined to agree with you, Tim. And normally I wouldn't say things like that. So we only have $20 to go before Jim pays. Wow. We are 20 minutes into the stream and already almost finishing up a challenge. That is absolutely spectacular. The situation here is worsening. The numbers are up. For example, let me give you today's numbers. I just got them. We're gonna do a deep dive today, guys. This will be a good live stream. It's gonna have a lot of news in it. Right now, we're having fun with challenges, but trust me, it's gonna be a very interesting live stream. 100%. I have some news that you're not gonna believe. You're really not gonna believe it. It's the most. It's I can't explain it. The update today. There is $10 from Alderman Asia. Alderman Asia, I love you, dude. Man. Thank you guys so much. $10 from Alderman Asia, and that email comes up. Here it comes. I will show it to you right now. And well, if the email comes up, here it comes. Alderman Asia, there you go, Jim. Alderman Asia, I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. We only need $10 more, and Jim has to pay. And there it is, my man, New York Frank. $10 right there. Frank, I love you, brother. Appreciate you very, very much. And Jim's already paid. Jim's already paid up. So here is New York Frank. I won't put his whole name on there. $10 that hit the goal, and Jim is on it, buddy. I mean, he is on it. Helping others right now sent you $25, just like he said he would. And he says, my payment for challenge number 1 for the night. That's awesome, man. Mr. Mitch, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. I'm so glad you're in the house. So glad you decided to join. We're about to do a deep dive here, and you have come in at the right time. I missed you too, man. Thank you very much for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Genuinely appreciate that, Mr. Mitch. Thank you so much. That's very generous of you, and I really appreciate it. Really, really, really appreciate it. The channel appreciates it, and I'm sure all these guys that contribute on a regular basis appreciate it too. If you guys hadn't hit the like button yet, please do so. And now we're going to get into why this indecisiveness here in Thailand is driving me crazy. Today's reported cases are 3,052. 24 people are no longer with us. Jim says, challenge number 1 complete. That's awesome. John S. says, have followed you for years, and this is the first time I've gotten in on a live stream. Well, John S., welcome, brother. Welcome. We are glad to have you. Very glad you're here. This is a family event, so just come on in, make yourself at home, and don't worry about anything. If you type something that's incorrect, somebody will remove your comment. Or if you type something that'll violate YouTube's terms of service or whatever, somebody will remove your comment. They'll tell you why, and then you can retype it in the correct format. Don't worry, man. We're glad to have you here, John. Thailand Backpacker says, I wish I had money to give. I promise maybe next year. It's all right, brother. It's okay. No worries. Yulilang, is that how I say that? I hope I said that right. Hello to you. Good to see you, man. And thank you for dropping in. Again, Mr. Mitch, thank you for the super chat, and it's very good to see you. I'm glad you're here, man. I really am. Any foreigners in Thailand will be able to register for free jabs from June 7th, according to the Thai Foreign Affairs spokesperson. Foreigners are being directed to get their jabs at hospitals and health centers where they live. A list of designated facilities will be announced shortly. They also urge people to use a hospital if possible where they already had their records. Again, it's coming. I've been hearing it's coming for a year and a half. I'm tired of hearing it's coming. I want to see it. That's what I want to see. I'm not mad at the Thai government. Not mad at this is not to bash the Ministry of Public Health. This is not any of that stuff. This is just my frustration, really. Hey, Ryan, in October, looking likely for reopening Thailand tours. Yes, and that is why Ross says free jabs, no way. I hear you, man. We just got another contribution here. Greatly appreciated. Let's see. I can't stay tonight. I've got a prior engagement, but look forward to being here more often. All the best, my friend. Thank you very much. This is from I'll cover their name up because I've never seen that name before, but they sent $20. So I love that, man. I love that. There's Mr. Mike in the house from Live My Ass Off. Dude, I want to thank you for being awesome and helping me out the past week. And I also want to thank Jim Pell for being awesome, by the way, too. But dude, you're looking slim, brother. Mostly diet. Yeah, yep, I have. I've been on a real good healthy diet, and I'm going to talk about that in another video coming up for sure. I agree, Ryan, that it's going to be about October before the mass tourism starts to come in and out. And I will tell you that I have plans to I have two major projects kicking off in October. It'll be October the 1st or the 2nd. It'll happen either at the beginning of October or the end of October. Forgive me, guys. I didn't sleep very well last night. That's one reason we're on the contributions hard and heavy, because it's going to take some definitely going to take some doing. Let's say that. Tim says, hey Mike, what happened to your live stream tonight? That's a good question. Ross says, Tim, did you enjoy your time out? That's funny, dude. Jim says, well, to all of the smarty pants out there that made me pay in 12 minutes, that went so well, let's do it again. Jeremy, you get $125 by $10.50 via PayPal or Cash App only. I will throw another $25. I will keep up. So get $125 by $10.50, and you'll throw in another $25. I will count the 20 that just came in because I'm a nice guy. Well, thank you, Jim. You are a nice guy. So we need $105 right now to hit Jim's second challenge tonight. If we hit Jim's second challenge tonight, I will do the chicken dance on camera. I will do the chicken dance for you on camera tonight, right now, today. I'll do it, the chicken dance, just to let you know. $105. That's what we're looking for. And then Jim's going to pay another $25, by the way. So that would be an extraordinary night for DoMoreLife, and I will do the chicken dance. Johnny says October is a bad month for weather in many parts of Thailand. It is, but it's coming out of the rainy season, so it's sometimes you can get in if you just right. October, November-ish kind of starts the high season, so it just depends on what part of October you're in. Charles says, I saw the free magic shot would be available for expats, but you would need to show Thai work permit or Thai SSN as a Tiger News reporter. Yep, they did report that. Luckily for me, I have a work permit, so if they give it to me for free, I'll be even more happy. Live My Ass Off says that Tim, that was accidental. My fragile ego doesn't allow me to share live watchers with other YouTube studs. I'll work on it with professionals. I hear you, brother. Lyle says, Jim Pell, don't think I'm going to be able to donate for quite some time. Low income. I'm on disability this week. I got hit with a new AC system. One of my side houses, $15,000. Good gracious. Well, Lyle, you hang on to your money, brother, because that comes first for sure. But I'm glad you're here nonetheless. Tim says professionals indeed. David, what's up, David? Believe me, Australia doing the same. We are sick of it as well. I hesitate to use the word sick of it, but I'm definitely, it's definitely getting old. It's like rinse and repeat, and it's getting old. Ross says that Charles White, so the retirees and marriage visa people do not qualify. That makes sense. I heard C-19 checks your visa status before infection. Tim says, Lyle, I myself am on disability both via compensation and SSDI. Well, I'm glad you guys are here, for sure. Johnny says, Lyle, likewise, I've been living on disability income too. Well, guys, the good news is you can, if you have a moderate disability income, you can make it here in Thailand for sure. Bam. Roger, you are the man, dude. Wait till I read Roger's comment. Roger just sent $25 more. So that puts us at, what, 80? Yeah, that puts us at $80 to go for Jim's second one. He says, ding, ding, by 10, if we get it in the next 10 minutes, he will throw in $50. My part, don't do it, guys, LOL. Make Jim pay. Make Jim pay those $50, guys. Roger just sent $25 more for this challenge. And let me read you why. He says, there's 25 from Lyle. That's what kind of members we have on DoMoreLife. That is what kind of members we have on this channel. That's what kind of people come on this channel. And, I've met Roger in person. Great guy, but that's beside the point. That's the kind of people that we have here. And I am amazed. I am filled with gratitude, and I'm overwhelmed at the amount of the amount of love you guys give me. I try to give it back, guys. I really try to, and thank you, Roger, for that. That's an amazing thing for sure. Remember, $80 more, and I'll do the chicken dance via PayPal or Cash App, either one. Mark says chicken dance with music. I don't have any music, but I'll definitely do the chicken dance. Tim says Jim just raised his input. Wow, I know, right? Lyle sends a big thank you to Roger. Tim says, yeah, you have people here that want to be in Thailand, 100%, and that's why I'm here. That's why I'm informing you about all this stuff. So back into the news. That was a big number for today, guys. In the area that I live in, the sub-district of Bangkok that I live in, they've closed like 18 markets. They had an outbreak at one of the markets, and it was nuts, absolutely nuts. So they shut down everything. There's no in between anymore. It is what it is. If something happens, we're going to close it down. Wow. Griffin coming through hot and heavy. Griffin, we love you. Griffin, we love you. I'm even going to send you a heart, Griffin. Thank you so much. Griffin just sent 25 more, Jim. 25 more. You're welcome, buddy. I want to see the chicken dance. Roger says he wants to see the chicken dance. I don't blame you. But I'll do it. That's 25 more. Jim says, stop, I quit. So where are we at now? 55? Right? We need 55 more? 55 more, and you get the chicken dance, guys. 55 more, and you get the chicken. When 55 more comes in and Jim puts his 50 in, you get the chicken dance. But back to the news. The BMA, which is the Bangkok Metropolitan Association, and by the way, if you didn't know this, Bangkok got 1.5 million doses of the Chinese version on, I believe it was Wednesday or Thursday of this week, and they're set up for these walk-in clinics. And basically these walk-in clinics, for those of you that are just joining, Jim says check your PayPal. Hang on, I'm going to check my PayPal. These walk-in clinics are not actually walk-in clinics. They're clinics that, they are walk-in clinics, but you walk in, make an appointment, and then you may or may not get your jab that day. And it's for Thais only. So it is what it is. Tim says 1.5 million. How many people in Bangkok? A bunch. Ross, can you answer that question? I can't remember. 11 million, I think, in Bangkok. 11, 10, something like that. 10 or 11 is what I'm trying to say, Tim. There's a bunch. But they were looking at like Klong Toy and some of these other places that have had little clusters, Tim, and they were trying to get to those people first. Got a PayPal. Just got another PayPal coming in here. Let me wait for the email to come through because I had a message with it. I want to read that. It says, oh, wow. So this is from Jim, helping others right now. That's Jim's company and business. You guys need to go check him out. He's doing awesome, awesome things for people. And then the note says, 10 more from Lyle. This don't count. So people are picking up for you, Lyle. That's amazing, man. Amazing that you guys do that. Absolutely just phenomenal, dude. Phenomenal. I can't. I'm overwhelmed with gratitude already. Having a gratitude attack. I'm sitting here shaking a little bit, but you guys just absolutely rock. I mean, just rock. So thank you so much for that, gentlemen, ladies. I appreciate it very much. Ross says 10 million plus people in Bangkok, 70 million countrywide. That's what I was thinking. I just didn't want to be way off. Lyle's thinking Jim. Lyle is the man. Lyle is the man. Lyle's a good man. Very good man. Jim, you're doing a hell of a job tonight, man. And so is everybody else that's contributing. I really genuinely appreciate it. I still haven't got into the good stuff yet. So if you're just watching this challenge and seeing the money come in and that kind of thing and thinking that's what this is about, we haven't even got to the topic yet. Just to let you know. Ron says 10 or 11 million in Bangkok can't be. New York City is 9 million. It's way more packed than Bangkok. Ross says, Ryan, Bangkok is a much larger area than NYC. That's true. There is 10 or 11 million people in Bangkok. I assure you, Ryan, I would not lie to you, brother. There's no reason for me to at all. One sec, guys. Was that a crotch shot again? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Lyle, your family, buddy. We look out for each other. That's right. DoMoreLife family always looks out for each other. We got 55 to go, Jim. All right, 55 to go, and you get to see the chicken dance, people. Okay, let's get into some news here. Well, here comes some comments. Fast Delivery says, I know you were answering short questions. Is there an email where I can reach you? Yes, it's in the About section of my channel. So go to my channel and click About, and you will see the email. Jim says, really, I know you're trying to get the other 55, Jeremy, but don't give us that shot in the wild. Sorry, man. I had to stand up. I didn't mean to. Automatasia says, yes, it was. Scott P. What's the challenge? I just joined. Ryan, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate that very, very much. The challenge is we need $55 more, Scott P. And then I'm going to do the chicken dance for you guys if we get $55 more, because Jim's going to throw in another 50. And we just got $10 more. So actually we only need 40, and we just got 55 on top of that. So Jim, pay up, buddy. When Jim pays up, it's chicken dance time. Oh, that's from Mr. Richard Cypress. $10 via PayPal, and says great video show. I don't want to show his whole name there, but I will show this 100%. $10 from him. And then Scott, thank you so much, brother. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate that more than you could possibly imagine. Scott has met Jim's goal actually exceeded it with $55. That is absolutely amazing. Chicken dance, get him 149, needs to dance 229. Everybody read Live My Ass Off's comment there. That's funny. That's hilarious. 149 seconds. I don't know if I can do it for 149 seconds. As soon as Jim says, got to go. Talk to you later. Bye. As soon as Jim's money comes in, I'll do the chicken dance. Let me go back up and catch the comments until then. We had someone say, nice, that's awesome. Tim says, pay up, Jim. Scott, it's good to see you, man. I'm glad you are here. I'm sorry you missed the live. We had a members-only live stream right before this. I announced on Wednesday, and we only had a few channel members that were there. Part of the reason was because YouTube didn't send out a notification, and I don't know why. I don't know what happened, but I can assure you, on the next live stream, I will be certain that we get the message out to the channel members for sure. We just got a $5 PayPal from someone who said the chicken dance should be interesting. That's going to be awesome. Let's see here. Let's give credit where credit's due. Here comes the email, and that was from Ralph. Ralph sent $5, said chicken dance should be interesting. And yeah, it should be. It definitely should be a little bit interesting. Let's see. Jim says 55 and 3 minutes. I paid 50, 55 and 12 minutes. I paid 25. We already got it, Jim. We got it, brother. We got it. MetTech says, I think Bangkok is at least a population of 10 million. Many provincial workers live in Bangkok yet remain registered in their home province. Thus, official count is highly inaccurate. Very good point, MetTech. Very good point. Bangkok I can tell you, I live here, guys, in Bangkok, and I can tell you that there 10 million is got to be very close to the right number. Griffin's got the total count, 69.6 million in Thailand. Mike has Live My Ass Off has a Bangkok.fm/audio JC Chicken Dance, 149 seconds. Get him 140. That's funny. Wow. Jim has come through, so it's chicken dance time. It's chicken dance time. I'm really going to make a fool out of myself here, guys. I don't know what's going to happen, so everybody just bear with me for a second. Helping others right now, that is Jim's business. I encourage you to go check this website out, helpingothersrightnow.com. It's awesome. And he just sent 50 more in like he said he would do. A man of his word he is, and I appreciate him very much. All right, it's chicken dance time. I don't know how I'm going to do this without music, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes here. Let's see. Let's turn it up like that. Chicken dance. Chicken dance, chicken dance, chicken dance, chicken dance, chicken dance. Chicken dance for you. Chicken dance, chicken dance, chicken dance. Chick, 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 chick. Chick, chick, chick. Chick, chick. Am I doing it right, guys? Chick, 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 chick. Chicken dance, chicken dance, chicken, chicken, chicken dance, chicken, chicken, chicken dance, chicken, chicken, chicken. That's got to be one of the most embarrassing things I've ever done in my life. Whew. I hope I never have to do that again. And I'm out of breath. God, I'm old. Okay, where were we? Quick, somebody record this. Roger said, been too long. Haven't been getting notifications. Scott, if you haven't been getting notifications, please go to the subscribe button right beside it. There's a bell. Click that bell and then click all. You'll get the notifications. That was a very difficult chicken dance, guys, by the way. Catch my breath. Tim says, what happened? It's YouTube. Ryan says, just saying, I live in New York City. It's way more crowded than Bangkok. Manila is the most densely populated city on earth, and you definitely feel it. Definitely feel it in Manila. 100%, Ryan. Montelli, what's up, bro? Is it possible to pay you not to do the chicken dance? You could have. You could have. What we got here? Oh, Jim sent me a video. I bet he recorded that. I bet he recorded every bit of that. Yep, he did. He did. He recorded it. That's all right. It wasn't really a chicken dance. It was just more like me bouncing my arms up and down. But whatever. It's all good, man. That's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. That's a good one, Montel. It's good to see you, bro, by the way. A lot of people are wondering if you're still alive or not. So if you got a channel or something, you might want to put it on here so people can find you. Mark said, what do we have to do to see the alley cat dance? Oh, Lord, I'm not sure that's possible. There you go. Read the message. I got it. Jim Ross says the chicken dance can be your new intro to all videos. I hope not. Click my link music. I missed it. Sorry. Live my ass off. My bad, man. I didn't know that was a link. I thought it was I thought you were just promoting. Actually, I don't know what I thought, but I didn't think it was a link. Tim says Jim Pell always does what he will do. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Richard's laughing. Bob says Montelli. Amen, brother. Everybody's laughing. Encore says Autumn in Asia. Encore. Yeah, I don't think I can do an encore. I don't know. Getting old already, Johnny says. I know, man. They got old fast. People are laughing. Quiet Life says that girl, Thai girl gift is the best chicken dancer. Tim says embarrassing for you or for us? Probably a little bit of both. Live My Ass Off says, in case you guys are wondering what looping video you will see on my channel for the next 72 hours, you just saw it. That's great. That's wonderful. I don't care. You guys came through and really helped out the channel, so that's a pretty good one. That's a good one. Yeah. Everybody's laughing. Jim says that is going to be all over Facebook. I don't care. I don't care. Tim says, Jeremy, do you know you will never live that one down right? Oh yeah, I know. I'll never live it down. It's all good. I will send a copy of that to anybody for $10. LOL. I believe I read your message in the last PayPal, Jim. I think I did anyway. If I didn't, let me see. There was no message in your very last PayPal. In your $50 helping others right now, there's no message. There's no message. So if you meant to send a message, you're welcome to send one, and I will show it to everybody. Mark says, I love seeing a grown man humiliate himself. Hey, look, man, I'm okay with who I am. You know, it's yeah, that was a little bit on the fringe side, I'm sure, or cringe side, but whatever. I'm comfortable in my own skin. It's all good. I'm glad you guys had a good time with it. Ryan says, anyone see the movie Impossible about Phuket tsunami? Is it worth a watch? I would like to see that. Jim says, Montelli, I'm going to send that to your phone at 3:30 in the morning so you can wake up and sing and do a chicken dance. Jim says, well, that's weird. My message was keep Lyle in your thoughts. Sounds like he had a rough week. Definitely keep Lyle in thoughts, guys. He's definitely had a rough week there, and anytime something like that happens to somebody, we want to make sure that we keep them in there. You need chicken dance lessons? Yes, I do, Griffin. Yes, I do. Roger says that's a good movie, Ryan. So matter of fact, let me screenshot that. I may watch that at some point this weekend. I got a lot of stuff to do this weekend, but I get that. Oh, Filthos. I wonder if Filthos missed the chicken dance. Oh, that would be very, very, very interesting. Very interesting to fill those missed chicken nets. I do need lessons. All right, now, whew, let's get into some news, guys. Let's get into some news. I want to talk about how crazy some of the stuff is. You guys are going to love this story coming up here because it just shows you how back and forth and indecisive some would even argue unfair. I'm not. Some would. Thailand is being about the situation. The Ministry of Public Health, this is from the PattayaNews.com. The Ministry of Public Health distributes the jabs to thousands of Chinese residents in Thailand prior to official inoculation of all interested foreign nationals starting from early June. Montelli says, thanks, Jim. I look forward to that. So, hey, Greg, good to see you. The Ministry of Public Health established a jab center at Bangrak Medical Institute to inoculate thousands of shots of the jabs to Chinese residents in Thailand as the first group of foreign nationals to be vaccinated in Thailand. That makes me nauseous, just so you know. That makes me a little bit nauseous. Why the Chinese? Why do they get favoritism? Why? Because they spend their money here? I'm not sure. I don't understand the reasoning behind it, but I'm not very happy about it either. Roger says, and The Serpent on Netflix is a good show based on the serial bad guy in Bangkok, 70s, like 8 episodes. I'll check that out. Scott P says, I just got back from Vegas, was in Houston before that. No mask. That's awesome, dude. I got another PayPal from Mark. Thank you, Mark. Mark just sent $20 in, said great dance. I'll show you his email here in just a second. Then I want to talk about this Chinese thing because it's got me, it's got my brain twisted, man. I'm like, I don't even know what, like, I don't know what to do. Mark, I'll cover his last name, but this is from Mark. He sent $20 and said, "Cluck, cluck, cluck." I guess the next chicken dance I have to cluck, cluck, cluck. Thank you very much, Mark. I appreciate that. $20 is a big contribution, so thank you, brother. I really appreciate all these contributions coming in, helping out tremendously. Let's see, Montelli. Wait, where was I? Jim says, Scott, I hope you had a good time in Vegas, by the way. And we definitely been missing you around here, but I'm glad you've kept up your channel membership because I have a channel member video coming out this week just for you guys. Jim says the main news is DoMoreLife because we have such a great family here. Jeremy can rest easier this weekend. Damn right, Jim. Thank you, brother. And thank you for getting it started. And thank you all for who made it happen, including you, Jim. You contributed quite a bit of money, and I appreciate that. Everybody else who contributed, my heart goes out to you. Tons of gratitude. You guys know the deal. Montelli says, hey, Greg, I'm in Vegas right now. Just had 3 glasses of Zen. I assume that's gin. So great Italian food. That sounds good. Autumn Asia says, who has their hand up? Thailand's back. There you go. Coming right back to that, Autumn Asia. Good point. Let's see. Jim says $100 challenge. Number 1, 175 challenge. Number 2, $10 bonus from JP/Lyle. That was great, man. Absolutely great. Fantastic. Montelli said, and I know, Jim, a fantastic job from everybody, and I hope you enjoyed the chicken dance, and I'm sure the chicken dance is, I'm going to get hell for the chicken dance for a long, 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 long time. how do we go? How much did we go over on number 2? I'm not sure, Jim. I'll come back to it, brother, or I'll talk to you after the show and let you know. I want to get into this Chinese thing in just a second. Greg says, "Yep, I live here. Cool. Zen is red wine, not gin. Slight difference. Thank you for the education, Montelli. Anyway, back to the Chinese thing. Don't know why they've selected the Chinese to be the first group of foreigners to be able to get this to get the jabs. I'm not very happy about it, to be honest with you. I work here and I live here. Do the Chinese work here? I doubt it. They probably just reside here. The public health minister said to the Associated Thai Press yesterday, May 20th, that the Thai government has a profound relationship with the Chinese government. The People's Republic of China and Thailand is also coordinated with the Chinese government regarding the Sino jab, trading and funding for emergency use during current major outbreaks in the country. Aha! That's probably why they were able to get so many of the Sinos. China has given large amounts of those jabs to Thailand as part of their partnership. Starts to all make sense. An additional 5 million doses that were donated by the Chinese government and recently arrived in Thailand will have an amount to be injected to more than 100,000 Chinese residents in Thailand that are holding Chinese passports and listed at the Chinese embassy. Another 500,000 doses set to arrive in the country will be provided to Thai people, including Thai students and agency personnel who are planned to study or train abroad. Foreigners are also included in the next phase, starting in early June, as TPN Media announced earlier today. Quote, as the government's priority to, as the government's priority to jab everyone in Thailand, the policy will improve the jab service to accommodate the wider population, including foreigners, to be able to receive injections faster, which will also speed up herd immunity in Thailand, he said. Okay, fair enough. I mean, granted, the Chinese have to get the shot too, so you can't really hold that against them. But I mean, now you see why they're getting the preferential treatment, right? That's weird. Let's see. Larry, hey Larry, how are you, man? Says China started an initiative to their citizens globally. The directive came from Chinese embassy. Most countries, they've donated 100K backs to Trinidad and Tobago. Say backs or jabs, Larry. Sorry. Trying to abide by YouTube's community guidelines here. We have to be careful with that. But thank you for the information, Larry. Really appreciate it, bud. Thank you. Filto says, like the Hodge twins say, we call it the Chinese V because it comes from China. That's very true. If you don't know who the Hodge twins are, they're twins, two African American gentlemen who are conservative broadcasters and have a YouTube channel. Ross says, don't forget to talk about the article I sent you. You sent me an article? Send it again, Ross. Send it again. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'll definitely talk about it, though. Montelli says, can I inject my opinion that got my channel deleted from YouTube? No. Because it got deleted. Ryan says, China jab probably sucks. I was glad to get the mod. Call it the mod. Ryan, we don't want to mention any specific jab names. No offense to you, of course. Jab. Yep. Thank you, Larry. Appreciate that. Don't anybody get offended by your comments being deleted. Don't get offended by that. Just retype it and we'll tell you what you did wrong. Mark said, Steve, please do. No, Mark, he can't do that. He can't do that on the channel. That could cause problems for this channel. No can do Jeremy's channel. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate that, brother. I would love for you to call me, though. I have different ways of being messaged now. So I would love to hear your theory, Montelli. Pete says Chinese government has a lot of say in Thailand. Chinese descent people in Thailand control the economy. You got a good point there, Pete. That's that I believe that to be a fact. It's weird. Larry says I've got the Oxford AZ a month ago, waiting for my second jab. Good. I hope everything went well with that. Filtho says I'll give you an article too. A English teacher joke. That is an English teacher joke. So, what else is going on? We want to look at. There's an opinion about the Phuket. It looks like everything's going to start in Phuket and come in Phuket. Ryan has brought up a good point. Ryan says, anybody have an opinion on Buriram, good or otherwise? If you're talking about, sorry, Mark. Sorry to disappoint, bud. If you're talking about Buriram, the province, I've never been there. I'd love to go. If you're talking about the fact that the mayor implemented, if you live in Buriram, or if you have a residence in Buriram, then you must get the vax, or you will be penalized. And I believe the penalties went way up in the tens of thousands of baht, and they're up to 5 years in prison. I personally wouldn't feel comfortable making a mandate like that, but that's just me. Greg says Ma, Geyser, and Blossom and Blossom. That sounds good, Greg. That works, man. Larry says no issues, just a sore arm. Was fine the next day. Good. Different people report different things. I always love hearing how they felt, because as a person with underlying health conditions, I'm always wondering about what could happen, and a little concerned about that. Johnny says Chiang Rai is also implementing that soon. Man, that's going to be. I think that's a dangerous precedent set, saying that you have to get it or else. I don't know. What I can tell you about Buriram, Ryan, is that not most, but I read an article that said 60% of the women that come to work in the real like the heavy entertainment districts, Bangkok, Phuket, Pattaya, Chiang Mai, and about 60% of the girls that work there in the nightlife industry, they come from Buriram. So they must have a good selection up there. I can tell you that. Montelli, all I can say is rolling my eyes back. I hear you, bro. I hear you. I've caught some of your opinions before on it, which you got a great. You got a solid argument with what I've heard. It's just that I know this is going to be a necessity, and might as well do it and be done with it. And by the way, there are differences in the AZ versus the Sino. I'm not going to talk about the technicalities of them, but there are differences in those two jabs. Personally, I hate to say this because I'm not really. I don't want anything to do with China, but it seems that the Sino is a little safer, in my opinion. My opinion. That's just an opinion. Just an opinion. Maybe I shouldn't say safer. Maybe I should say less likely to do any kind of harm, something like that. The differences are monumental, Montelli says. I hear that. Greg said we all feel that about a certain platform with a certain symbol that looks something like. That's another topic that I need to get into at some point, Greg. You got a good point there. Jim says, Steve, that is the same look you're going to have at 3:30 when you get the text message with the famous JCD. That's funny. 31's up, 5's down. Good. We got 5 trolls. That's awesome. Guys, feel free to hit the thumbs up button, especially if you enjoyed the chicken dance. Hit the thumbs up button. That was awesome. I don't expect anybody to hit the thumbs up button based on the chicken dance. Johnny says, I got my jab already and waiting for the second in 2 months. Awesome, dude. Awesome. Filtho says, seems to me like they should start jabbing from the outer borders of the country, working their way toward the center, since a lot of clusters seem to result from illegal land crossings. That is a perfectly legitimate point. Perfectly legitimate comment. That, and you know what? It makes sense. But it also makes sense that they would, hit the cluster spots first. So, I guess it's one of those kind of pick your poison type deals, Filthos. But I like your comment. I think there's a lot of, I think that holds value. Jim says, Filthos, did you see the dance, buddy? I think Filthos was away. Filthos, I did a chicken dance. We raised quite a bit of cash, so I did a chicken dance. Jim A.N. Fly, I assume that's Florida, it says, I saw here in the Philippines Department of Tourism has recommended the lifting of restrictions for foreigners if you can prove you have got the shot. The Philippines is like Thailand. They're going back and forth on everything. Actually, in my opinion, I think the Philippines is a little bit worse in terms of making a decision and then going back on that decision. Thailand doesn't really go back on the decision. They just keep delaying it or move it forward. Filtho says, for once, absent has its rewards. Yes, it does. Lyle says, I would like to see the chicken dance on the screen in Times Square. Hey, put it up there, man. DoMoreLife could use the promotion. Let's talk about the Sandbox model, what it means to you, and why it's important. This is an opinion piece by the Pattaya News. It says the Phuket Sandbox and opening to tourists is scheduled for 6 weeks away, and many questions remain unanswered. The following is an updated version of an editorial/opinion we wrote back in early April, just before the current round of infections hit in Thailand and caused widespread restrictions and measures to be set around the country. As of press time, May 21st, 2021, Phuket and the Thai Tourism Authority have stated time and time again they are planning on moving forward with July 1st, 2021, about 6 weeks away, to open up Phuket as a sandbox trial to jabbed foreign tourists. The island is progressing along and leading with the country in jabs, with some reports stating that 28% of the population is now fully inoculated against it. The goal set by Phuket officials is 70%, of course, by early July, which they state is feasible, and based on the fact they have so far been able to keep their roughly 100,000 doses of jabs previously secured towards the project, this may still happen. However, will the island truly open, even on a very limited basis, to inoculated foreign tourists by July 1st? Business owners on the island have repeatedly, Ross, I think I know what you're talking about the hotels. Send that to me again. There was something about the hotel closing down for 3 months somewhere. I can't remember where it was. And this brought my attention to it, because even if you open back up, are the businesses going to be there? Like, what are you going to do when you get to Phuket? Are people going to start opening their business back up? Like, they don't have any money to open it back up with. What are they going to do? It says, business owners on the island have repeatedly stated that if it doesn't, this may be the last straw for the island economy. Will foreign tourists even want to come due to the current situation in Thailand? That is another question. For what it's worth, Phuket Island officials have implemented some of the strictest rules in Thailand around gatherings and restrictions they have. currently, as well as entry restrictions to attempt to get 0 cases before any planned reopening, and so far that appears to be working. Let us look at a few questions that clarity is needed in. It says, question, what exactly will people be allowed and not allowed to do for the first 7 to 10 days when let in the sandbox? Answer, the exact number of days people would need to stay on the island was originally proposed 7 to 10 days before being able to travel around the country. It is still unclear, like many things, if this is still going to be the case. Since our last look at the sandbox in early April, there have been multiple statements around people perhaps led on guided tours by tour guides for the first 7 to 10 days as a precaution around infections. This idea would not be popular with many Western-style tourists. Additionally, will any of the current restrictions still be in place? If essentially all tourism activities, entertainment, nightlife, and other fun attractions are shut, will people still come? And that's my question. If it's all closed down, who's going to come? Some might, but primarily as a way to avoid the current mandatory 14-day queue for everyone, including those who are inoculated. So you could come into another part of Thailand, be inoculated, and have to do a 14-day queue. But if you come into Phuket, you don't have to do a 14-day queue if you're fully inoculated. They're definitely looking to pick up the pace. They're also talking about a 300 baht tourist tax. So if you're a tourist, you're going to have to pay, you're likely going to have to pay, I can't say for sure, likely going to have to pay 300 additional baht, which, I mean, that's not, it's $3. It's nothing, but I just want you to be aware, just to be a tourist. Says some might primarily as a way to avoid the current mandatory 14-day queue for everyone, including those inoculated, and would likely be expats returning from overseas and not real tourists. That's a good point and needs to be taken into consideration. Could the sandbox length on the island be extended to a full 14 days? Don't know. Will people have the freedom to go where they wish with a tracking application, but only be allowed to go to places on the list? What sort of places will they be allowed to visit? Could people bring guests back to their hotel with them? All things to consider. Question, if fully jabbed up tourists test positive, will they be forced into a 2-week self-paid hospital queue? Answer, a fully jabbed tourist won't fear the illness as magic shots based on evidence from the World Health Organization appear to significantly reduce the chance of moderate or severe symptoms and hospitalizations. What they fear currently in Thailand, however, if one tests positive, even completely asymptomatic and not sick, even inoculated, the policy is to spend weeks under medical supervision at a hospital. A foreigner would need their insurance to pay or fund this themselves. Will the policy change for foreign tourists? Don't know. If not, how many foreign tourists would risk coming for a positive test to ruin their entire vacation? Will a would a jabbed tourist be able to skip testing and just prove they have been jabbed and do a period of time like 7 to 10 days as stated above on the island instead? All good questions. Next question. How intrusive will the tracking application be? It says the government has made it clear that people will be tracked during this program, although the level of tracking will likely de-escalate as the situation improves over time. It goes on to talk about many of the Western tourists will not be a fan of this. Some people are really wanting GPS trackers, the whole 9 yards. Let me see if I can find. Question. Yes, it's a marathon, not a sprint, but what restrictions will stay in place? What we mean by this question is that if the plan proceeds forward, it is understood that people will not pour in by the tens of thousands as of July 1st, and it would likely be a slow trickle that would expand. Although many countries would not be able to visit either because of mandatory queues when they return or travel restrictions prohibiting leaving, like Australia, for example. Some, like America, parts of Europe, and Russia would. However, if the process to get in requires long bureaucratic visits to embassies, uh, tests, multiple checks of inoculations, status, and other hoops, many would not bother. For the plan to truly be a success, it needs to be fairly hassle-free, and that is a key. It needs to be just about hassle-free, guys. And very clear on the steps to take. None of that is currently in place, and that's a good point. They still don't know if scuba diving will be banned, how many people will be able to socialize together, what tourist attractions will stay closed. If let's say nightlife is allowed to open in Phuket due to tourism, but not Bangkok or Pattaya due to the ongoing situation, this would cause a huge influx of hospitality workers, as well as young expats and digital nomads on the island. Has this been considered? There are a lot of unanswered questions to that model, and you need to be aware of it. That's a big piece of news right there that I wanted to share with you guys. Now I'm going to catch some comments before we get more news. Let's see here. Let me go all the way back up. Hey, Carl, I saw you at the bottom down there. Let's see. Johnny says, Lyle says, I would like to see the chicken dance on the screen Times Square. Yeah, that would be awesome. Johnny says, Cambodia and Laos are likely sealed off until next year. I've heard that, and that's sad. It really is sad. Those were places I was planning on visiting. Ryan says, how has the jab rollout worked in Indonesia, where they gave the jab to young people first, older people last, in the reverse of how USA done it? What's the pecking order in Thailand? Pecking order in Thailand seems to be following more of the U.S. rollout. Older, elderly, frontline workers, that kind of thing. People in the hospitality industry that are people that are around a bunch of people, taxi drivers, motorbike taxi drivers. That's all stuff that I've read thus far. I hope that answers your question, Ryan. Greg says, well, would you have the beaches mostly to yourself? That's true. There are some plus sides to this, by the way. And that is one of them, Greg. Filtho says, what are you going to do when you get there? Maybe a road trip to Buriram? Boom, chicka bow wow. Yeah, maybe. That would work. You would be inoculated, so hey, why not? Jim says that Filtho Steve Montelli made the chicken dance a screensaver. Oh, God. Johnny says 300 baht. What a joke. Oh my God. They're looking for everything. Thailand is economically destroyed right now. No matter what they say, I've read the forecast, I've read the economics, I've read the reports, and they're all going down. And, hopefully they've talked about stimulus packages. It's a never ending cycle of, it's almost like trial and error here. There's no definitive plan, and there's nothing wrong with trial and error. But there's no there is a definitive plan, but there's no. The setup is a little unorganized, and I would feel more comfortable if it was more organized. That's all I'm saying. It would make me feel better. Again, I'm not criticizing anybody. This is the first time a country, especially, Thailand, has had to deal with anything like this. So you can't expect them to get it right the first time, every time. There needs to be trial and error. So I'm not criticizing. I'm just telling you how I feel about the situation. That's all. Prep for it says, thank you for this update. You are welcome, Prep for it. It's good to see you, bud. Thanks for dropping by. Filtho says, I've always wondered about Steve. Just saying. Montelli's a character, buddy. Roger McGee says $9. $9? 300 baht? Right. Yes, I'm sorry, $9. Yes, $9. Yes. $3, 100 baht. Right? Yes. Okay. $9. My apologies. You're right, Roger. Thank you. Seriously, thank you for saying that. I made a boo-boo. Montelli says the entire plan is a complete, in my humble opinion, there's no way to inoculate your way out of this situation. You may be right, buddy. You may be right. I don't know, but you may be right. Alderman Asia says, exactly, Phuket 7 to 14, then see you later, then I'm off and running. And that is most people's plan. The people that I've talked to, that's their plan. But the question is that going to be the plan? What if you get there and then they decide, oh, we got tourists coming in, and they get a few people that come in that have been fully inoculated, and they get a couple positive tests. They're going to change the rules in the middle of the game. That's one thing I've noticed about being here is they'll move the goalpost right in the middle of the game. So, it casts a lot of doubt in people that want to travel Thailand, people that want to come experience Thailand. It casts some doubt, and that's bad for tourism. But tourists want to come over here with confidence, and that's what I'm hoping to see from the Ministry of Public Health and the Tourism Authority, or Thailand Tourism Authority. That's what I'm hoping to see is confidence. That's my big thing. Jim says, Steve, check out my website sometime, helpingothersrightnow.com. I would like to just take a moment to say I'm going to make a video on Jim's website and what he's doing. He really, really, really helps people. Right now it's just in the Tampa area, but he's looking to branch out. He's doing some great things for some people in need, and I cannot encourage you guys enough to go check out Jim's website, helpingothersrightnow.com. Jim's a very good man, as you can tell by the live stream here. I don't know what else to say except just wait for the video to come out and check out his website. Jim says, this is what I'm doing right now. That's right. That's exactly right. Autumn says, GPS tracker. Communistic, no thanks. I hear you on that one. I'm going to remove that one just because of the C word in there. I don't want to take any chances, but you got a good point, Autumn Asia. Carl says, the more we've learned about this E word, the more we learned we've been lied to. Can't disagree with you. Have to remove the comment, though, because of the E word. But I don't disagree with you, Carl. Grant says, winner, winner, chicken dance dinner. Carl made a good point. Made a very good point. And, my question is, why the holdup on getting the jabs in here in the first place? Like, why couldn't we have already had them in here? It's almost like they waited until, the economy's tanked. Their businesses are closed. Unemployment here in Thailand is probably at record highs. I'm not sure. But it's like they waited until the bottom fell out to really push to get the jabs in here. And I'm not sure why. I'm just not sure why. Not criticizing. I'm just not sure why. We've talked about it before. We don't know if it was a supply problem, negotiations between countries. We don't know if they didn't have access to the vaccine. We don't know if it was a cost issue. We don't know what it was, but that's what happened. Johnny says Phuket in July is pointless anyway. It's rainy season and scuba diving and all is closed. That's Johnny. I hear you loud and clear, bro, and I do not disagree with that statement at all. Prep for it says, but the only thing about that is let's say you're coming to Thailand because you know that by October, December, everything's going to start picking back up. Or you're a business owner, or you're a marriage, or you're married and you want to come in, or you're a retiree that wants to come back. Phuket would then serve a purpose, being as a place that you only have to stay 7 to 10 days, possibly 14 days on the island or whatever, and then you can go, right? You can go back to wherever and do whatever you need to do. But for as far as tourism itself and tourist activities, it's the middle of the rainy season. I agree with Johnny. Prep for it says even just the term tracking is going to trigger the conspiracy. That's true, 100%. Jim Pell says U.S. is now 16 and older. I think I heard that right. I believe you are correct as well, Jim. Carl says Thailand is following the same trajectory as the U.S. That is correct, to the best of my knowledge. Montelli says USA has federally given up Dr. Flip Flop and the mannequin have taken away all restrictions for the fully inoculated. It's on the honor system. I love that. Montelli. Greg says, JC, you did great reading all that. You don't mess up on a single bad word. I try my best not to, man. I've been doing it for a while. Philthos says, sorry, but got to disagree. There's a lot wrong with trial and error when lots of lives hang in the air zone. I agree with that. What I was speaking to in terms of trial and error was not the jabs. That's not what I was talking about. What I was talking about is the system in place to get people the jabs. So like they claimed they were going to have walk-in clinics, but now all of a sudden they're not walk-in clinics. You have to make an appointment and you may or may not get the jab. Like the systematic delivery is what I'm referring to. You are 100% correct. When it comes to trial and error, playing with people's lives is not cool. And I agree with you on that. I was referring to the system that they're trying to put in place. Trial and error. You kind of have to have a little bit of that in order to see what works best and what doesn't. So I hope I made that clear. Thank you for the comment, Philthos, because I don't want anybody to think I said anything different. Carl says, Philthos, a 0.03 average adults. Yep, we can't be given numbers and statistics and names of tests and all that stuff. Sorry, Carl. Love you, dude, but can't do it. TT says, Jeremy, if I am not mistaken, you mentioned that you had health issues. So my question to you is, are you possibly concerned with the side effects of the jab? I am. I'm very concerned. That is why I've been on this diet. That is why I've been eating super clean. I've been trying to get myself in much better shape. I've been to the doctor twice to have blood work done. Just about everything is normal, and the doctor says I'm fit to get the jab now, but she would like to see me lose another 2 to 3 kilos just to be safe. And personally, I would like to lose another 5 to 10 kilos, to be honest with you, just to be safe, because I have hypertension, and with the hypertension and insomnia that I have, it makes it more and more difficult, or it could compound the side effects of the jab itself, and those I'm scared. I am worried about. So that is a fair question, TT, and I appreciate you asking it. Carl says the effects of. You're right. They're not, Carl. They're not. I may leave that one up. Jim said, but you got a good. That's a good. Excellent point, Carl. I don't want to keep deleting all your comments. That's an excellent point, and I certainly hope that those issues become addressed. for sure. Jim says, if you have not hit the thumbs up button yet, please do so. I agree. Please do so. This has been such a fun live stream so far. Automated Agent says, land, shops, hotels, etc., 10 cents on the dollar. That's why things are slowly happening. The foreign investors, yeah, people are picking up. I saw a whole bar in Pattaya, originally priced. This was over the course of 2 weeks. Originally priced at 450,000 baht, not dollars, baht. Okay, the guy sold out at 250,000 baht, not dollars, baht. So that's how low prices are getting around here. Filtho says, sorry, Carl, I was speaking more briefly than just effects on the V, more like economic collapse, starvation, and impoverishment by millions by the day, broadly, not briefly. I was speaking more broadly than just side effect. Yep, that makes sense. Montelli says that, Carl, there is a much deeper dive to all of this. I got my YouTube channel deleted for not singing the company song, and you will. That's what'll happen. That's why we don't sing the song on here. Carl says, Filthos got you. My apologies for the misunderstanding. Filthos says, not at all, Carl. It was easily interpreted that way. Carl says, Steve Montelli, absolutely. I got banned for 3 months for holding a woman accountable for her actions. Females jumped on me and said it was being, but yeah, we can't really use those words. Carl, you're a very descriptive person. I appreciate you, man. I really do. But matter of fact, I'm gonna go back up and try to catch your other one and get rid of it, just to be on the safe side. I just have to be so careful on what you say on YouTube these days. There's Bangkok Warrior. What's up, dude? He says, what are the side effects other than let me remove that one. Does the jab make your blood pressure go up? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what all the side effects are, what could happen, and a lot of people aren't sure. To be honest with you, not trying to ignore you, but I really don't know. I was just told to lose weight and get in shape, and eat very healthy, take care of my internal organs much better than I had been, and that's what I'm doing. Filtho says, by the way, Carl, about your comments getting deleted, I think it took me about 9 months before I made it through my first live stream with nothing deleted. Hang in there, you'll get it. Yep, Filthos is right. It is what it is, man. There's nothing I can do. If we were sitting down and having a conversation between the two of us, you could say anything to me you want to. I don't care. But if it's on YouTube, we have to follow YouTube's policy. Bangkok Warrior says, like you, I have hypertension. I had a stroke 4 years ago. I'm deathly afraid of side effects. Man, I'm sorry to hear about your stroke. I really am. But it's, you have a choice. But it's going to limit you in life. Unfortunately, in my opinion, it'll limit you in life if you don't get the jab, and that's where we stand. TT says, Jeremy, don't worry about how you feel as far as the side effects. You are not alone, my brother. Yep, but I know. I'm actually a member of a group that worries about this kind of thing. So, it is what it is. You got a good point, TT. Jim says, Pete, not the whole word. Bangkok Warrior, do you really trust the China version of the jab? Yes, I do. And this is coming from a guy that don't trust anything about that country in particular. Okay, so I've done my research, and that version I trust. I can't go into details, obviously, but the answer is yes. Thailand Backpacker says, I got my second jab, debating about Phuket, but probably going in December. That's not a bad idea. Coke does a body good. Coke is definitely not doing. That could be interpreted two different ways, too. Coca-Cola is what I think you were referring to, and that definitely doesn't do anybody good. That's a good question. Carl says, what versions of the jab available in Thailand right now? It's the Sino and the AZ, but they have orders for the other ones as well. Bangkok Warrior says, you're under medication. Yes, absolutely. Which, compounds things that much more. Jim says, Pete, not the whole word. Eric, there's Eric. What's up, buddy? If you buy a business visa in Thailand, can you get extended visa? Okay, so you would have to get a non-B visa, a 90-day non-B visa from your Thai consulate in your home country, which is America. And you got 90 days to build a business and get all the paperwork ready, and then you can file for a 1-year extension of stay under that non-B visa. A visa, once it's when people don't understand the difference between an extension of stay and a visa, the big difference. The visa, when you get that 90-day business visa, they're going to stamp it and it's going to say used. It's going to stamp it red and it's going to say used. So that means you got 90 days on that visa. You got 90 days to be here and try to get your business off the ground, get your work permits, get your paperwork in line, get everything in line, or you got to get out. Or if you have everything in line, you go to immigration, you apply for a 1-year or 2-year extension of stay based on that visa. That's kind of how that works. Stick and box. I got the mod. We got to say mod stick and box. I apologize. No issues at all. That's good, man. I'm very glad to hear that. No names of the actual jabs. Eric says he got the P jab. No problems. Have many friends that got it and are okay. That's good, man. That's good to hear. Very good to hear. Bangkok Word says, thank you. I trust you for doing the research. I feel better about the magic jab. Yeah, definitely. And I've been doing the research, Bangkok Warrior. I really, really, really have. And I'm more confident in the Sino. I'll put it to you that way. And that's just me. Roger McGee says side effects can't be worse than the chicken dance. Thank you, Roger. I appreciate it, buddy. James says, are you planning on coming back to the States? Many expats are leaving Thailand. I thought about it. I talked to my dad the other day, and he's in the Florida Keys right now. He's in one key up from Key West, and there was a job opening over there that I could have got. Paid good money. Rent was cheap. Rent included for $625 a month, and included staying on the resort I would be working at, food, electric, water, everything. But I don't want to uproot my life here because I have projects I'm working on here. That's why these contributions are so important, is because the projects I'm working on are going to change the trajectory of this channel and more than likely spin off new channels, new DoMoreLife channels. It'll be DoMoreLife something else. Jim Pell's got another challenge here. Let's see what Jim's got. Jim says, challenge number 3, you get $45 by 11:45 my time. So that's in 7 minutes. So 7 minutes. If we get $45 in 7 minutes, Jim says he will throw another 15 in, and that's it for me tonight. PayPal, Cash App only. Fair enough, buddy. $45, and Jim throws in another 15 via PayPal and Cash App. So if any of you guys have ever wanted to contribute and haven't, there you go. It's up to you. Jim will definitely come through, and the channel will be extraordinarily grateful for you, I assure you. Montelli says, be very careful what you get injected with. I'd agree with Jeremy on the choices to make. I know a mandatory shot is in everyone's future, even mine, and I'm not happy about it. That's fair fair and well said, Montelli. I'm going to remove that just to be safe. But I did read it out so people could hear it, and it was up there for a while. So it is what it is, brother. It is what it is. Jim's throwing out a third challenge. I can't believe you threw out 3 challenges tonight. That's awesome. $45 in 4 minutes. And Jim will throw in another 15. So we'll make 60 more dollars if we can in 6 minutes. If we can get 45, that would be awesome. That would be absolutely tremendously awesome. Thank you, Jim, for throwing that out there. We'll see what happens. Sticking Box says, copy that. Thank you, bud. Carl says, mod or FIs are the only 2 I'd consider, but I'm not obese. Healthy, which over 80% who died. Yeah, can't talk about that, man. Can't talk about that. Johnny says, it will be mandatory for travel for sure. I agree 100%. Montelli says, Roger, I'd rather have the worst of the bad lot rather than watch Jeremy do the chicken dance. Thank you. Thank you there, Montelli. Appreciate the vote of confidence. Eric says, would you say this would be a good time to buy a bar and just sit in it until everyone opens up? Would you consider it to be a strategic investment? Absolutely, 100%, no question about it. I would. Eric Prep for it says, I have some medical conditions. I've had both jabbed weeks ago, and I'm doing absolutely fine. You will be fine too, Jeremy. Better to jab than what it's for. I agree, Prep for it. And very, very, very good there. Very good comment. I appreciate that very much. Jim says, guys, if you can make this happen, I promise you he will not do another chicken dance tonight. That's true. I will not do another chicken dance if we get the $45 that Jim is asking for. Montella says, Jeremy, I understand. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Jim has extended the $45 time limit to $11.50, so we now have 9 more minutes to get $45 via PayPal or Cash App. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. And then Jim's going to throw in 15 if we get the 45. That'll be awesome. Awesome, awesome. And it'll be a heck of a day for DoMoreLife. Carl says, I feel like we live in a world of 1984, Fahrenheit 451. Carl, you got to calm down, bud. These, I mean, you got to calm down on your word. I hear you, loud and clear. I hear what you're saying, but like YouTube references this stuff, and you have to be very, very careful. You have to find different ways to say things that you would normally say. I hate having to be politically correct. I hate it. But in this case, I don't have a choice. I'm using somebody else's platform. They're allowing me to use it for business purposes for free, and I have to abide by their rules. I'm sorry. I really am. Filtho says, can I host a DoMoreLife Unrepentant Pig channel broadcasting from Bury Rom? You know, the channel where we auction a slightly used bikini every week. Sure. Why not, Filthos? Lyle says 41 up, 6 down. That's awesome. Good numbers. Alderman Asia says that Carl Soylent Green would be better than tofu. Interesting. Greg said if there's more bars available for $8,000, it could get interesting. Yes, it could get interesting, and I think you're going to find bars available for that 100%. James says it will be interesting when this all ends. It will. It will be interesting when it all ends, if it ever does. TT says our freedoms of speech are gone, and so is everything else. What? Look, man, I agree with you, but we don't want YouTube reading through that. Eric says, you know anyone personally that owns a bar? I do. Eric. Carl says, JC, what are your thoughts on UFOs now being confirmed? Personally, I think it's just distraction from what's taking place. Could be, not sure. I don't care about UFOs. Jim says 44 watching. That is an average of $1.03 each person. Make me pay. So if everybody sends $1.03, we'll get there. Is what Jim's saying. We'll get to the $45. Filtho says Carl isn't Fahrenheit 451 one of the. Yep. And I got to stop saying that too because I've said it twice. Eric said the decision for me to get a jab was simple. First, need it for travel. Second, better than getting the C word. Gotcha, Eric, 100%. Jim says, ding, 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 ding. There's no dinging going on, Jim. No dinging going on. Guys have been super gracious tonight, and I'm very happy about that. Very happy about that. So if we get the 45, I mean, super happy. If we don't, still super happy. Carl says, okay, gotcha. Goalposts seem to change every day. No offense to you. First Amendment slipping away. Yeah, it is. And that slipping away offends the algorithm, so we can't talk about it either. Pete used the V word, says Jim. Let's see. Have you thought about coming back to the USA and getting one of the jabs? I understand you might not be able to go to return to Thailand for a while. Yes, I have thought about it and thought seriously about it, but I'm going to give Thailand the benefit of the doubt. They say June 7th is going to happen. We're going to see if that happens. I don't know. Greg says, how much for a chicken dance? 45. I don't know. I don't know if I can do it on the chicken dance. Jim's got a challenge out for $45. So if we get $45, yeah, I don't think I can do another chicken dance. But Jim's got $45 challenge out there, and he'll put 15 with it. That's all I can say. Eric says they see no talk about that about these things, guys. Eric, don't. This is JC's baby. His YouTube channel, says James. That's true. It is. Montella says every time makes yeah, sometimes I don't want these comments to get carried away because Roger, can't use the F word, bro. Sorry about that, man. Can't use the F word. How much for chicken dance? I already answered that one. Let's see. Jim says it's like when you're growing up and your parents say, my house, my rules. That's the same thing they say here. Our platform, our rules, just the way it is. That sums it up, Jim. 100%. TT says, Jeremy, I want to contribute 50. However, it is difficult to deal with PayPal. Is there any other way? Yeah, there's Cash App. You have Cash App? And it shouldn't be difficult at all for you to deal with PayPal. You should. There's the comment or the link is pinned at the top of the screen. So if you just click that link, you should be able to contribute 50 right away, and you'll make Jim pay too. By the way, that should be a problem. But Cash App, if you have Cash App, here's my. I'll give you the tag for it. That's the Cash App tag, so you can definitely do that, TT. Be greatly appreciated by all means. Johnny says YouTube makes the guidelines. If people hate it, they should create their own platform. I agree. I agree. I'm looking to creating my own for sure. Jim says TT got Cash App Filthos. Maybe a nice hokey pokey instead of a chicken dance. I don't know, man. James Dean says, missed the early start of the live. What's happening June 7th? June 7th is when the rollout is supposed to start for foreigners here in Thailand. But apparently it looks like the Chinese residents are going to get the vast majority of that first. Jim Pell says, already done it. I don't know what you mean. Carl says, JC, why not double stream to Library Odyssey as a backup? You got a good point there, Carl, and I'm looking at putting videos and live streams up to on Odyssey for sure as a backup. That's definitely something that's going to be happening. Greg says hokey pokey and chicken dances both probably burn a lot of calories. You got a good point, man. I remember when YouTube YT was a great platform, but that was back in 2013. Yep, I've heard people say that before, Carl. I've definitely heard people say that before. We got 1 minute before Jim's challenge ends, so I hope we can get that in. Jim says, guys, get... Now he says 150 by 12:10 a.m. I will throw in 50 and he will do the hokey pokey. I don't even know how to do the hokey pokey, but I tell you what, if we got 150 by 12:10 a.m., that's what 20 minutes. If we get another $150 in 20 minutes, I'll figure out how to do the hokey pokey. I know the song, but I don't know how to do the dance. I'll make up one. How's that? Let's see. Back to the news. Filtho says, at Greg, guaranteed I'd burn more calories than Burry Rom. Yeah, I hear you on that one. Jim says, you would try like hell, though, wouldn't you? Yeah, I would. You know I would. Absolutely. 100%. No questions asked. I would try desperately. Eric says, during your time in Thailand, did you see an influx of foreigners from China and India? Oh, yeah. They used to be here all the time. Big tour groups from China would be led by somebody with holding a flag way up in the air. And Indian people from India would be here all the time. Just everywhere, especially in Pattaya. James says, has things lifted a bit in Bangkok? Sort of, but then they got kind of bogged back down because they had a little cluster here and a little cluster there, and then they had a little something at a market, and so they closed 18 markets. Got to go take the lab pup out for a nightly constitution. Good chatting with you, gents. It's all inclusive, ladies. Thank you, Carl, very much. I'm sorry I had to delete so many of your comments, but I appreciate you being a part of the chat. I really do. So thank you for that. Let me see. There was one more thing I wanted to get to on the tiger. And I wish I could have found Ross's, what he had talked about the hotel closures, because that was very interesting. I'll look through tonight and see if I can put that on tomorrow's live stream. Again, we'll be live tomorrow at 9 a.m. Bangkok time, 10 p.m. on the East Coast. Let's see here. Actually, I think I covered it. Japan added Thailand to the travel ban list, with some exceptions. We talked about China providing the jabs for citizens living in Thailand. Chiang Rai introduces strict requirements for travelers from dark red provinces. And it says the government has confirmed 3 channels for the Magic Shot registration. I'll talk about that in just a second. Jim says 42 up, 6 down. Hit that thumbs up and send $45 and make me pay. Send $150 and make JC do the hokey pokey. That's so funny, man. I would try. Eric says, is it still a good time to visit the more touristy area like Krabi? Dude, if you wanted I visited Krabi during the last shutdown, and it was awesome because I had basically the place to myself, and tourism was like non-existent, so I got my choice of boats and everything else. It was cool, man. And they still had a little nightlife going, but right now all the nightlife venues are closed to the best of my knowledge. Jim says, all joking aside, guys, I have got to run here shortly. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Jim, thank you for all you do for the channel and everything you've done. We appreciate, love you. Should we hit the $45 mark, I'll let you know later on. But thank you very, 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 very much for getting everything started tonight and making me do helping to make me do the chicken dance, I should say. Johnny says, Chinese are the most important and cherished tourists for Thailand. I agree with that. I do agree with that. Lyle says, I told y'all several months ago Jeremy was going to start dancing as an alternate state of income. That's it. You did say that, Lyle. That's a good one. Jim says, everyone take care. Talk to you tomorrow, Jim. We love you, man. Appreciate you. Tim says, LMAO, Lyle, and helpingothersrightnow.com. Don't forget to go check out Jim's website. TT says, Jeremy, can we do Western Union? I will make it 100. You have been fair, brother. I don't think I don't know where to pick up Western Union. I have an app, but I don't know where to. I don't know if you'd have to pick it up or not. Somewhere, TT. What's the deal with PayPal? If you want to get PayPal, you should be able to just click the link at the top of the screen. That takes you directly to my PayPal, and you should be able to go right through it. If not, the Cash App. And if that doesn't work, yeah, I'm not sure what other options there would be other than to super chat, but that, that's going to take 30% of whatever you send. So, and it's not going to come in until next month. So that not a big fan of the super chat. I don't know, TT. Let me know how I can help, man. I appreciate very much that you want to contribute. Jim says, TT, do you have Chime? Oh yeah, Chime works well too. You can sign up for Chime right now. Jim says, Western. Oh wait, Eric says it. Hang on. I think people are trying to help you, TT. Eric says, is it unforeseen when things will open up? Actually, yes. You don't really know for sure. You hear the dates coming out of the newspapers, but you don't know for sure. It's weird. You can download the Zelle app. Yep, you can definitely do that. That's easy. That is my cash tag, TT, that Jim has put up there. You can download the Cash App. Take you 3 minutes to set it up, and then send to that address, that $B7478. Eric says, TT, you should use Cash App. Cash App is cool. Tim says, good night, everyone. See you all later. Tim, thank you for dropping by, buddy. And I appreciate you being here like always and being such a supporter of the channel. Jim has said, TT, call me. I can help you. He can help you set it up. And even if it's after the live stream is over, TT, I will make sure to show everyone tomorrow that you have contributed. Filtho says, I got to bounce out and carry on the arc. Oh, yeah. Before it starts raining, I hear you loud and clear. Peace, love, and adventure to all DoMoreLife. And if you haven't, like me, to hit the thumbs up on the way out. Oh, yeah. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button on the way out. Eric says, you can send Bitcoin too. Yeah, you can send Bitcoin. That's true. Lyle says, thank you, Jim Pellet Roger. Jim says, Tim, good night. TT says, PayPal has been difficult with me. That's weird, man. Lyle, you're welcome, brother. TT says, okay, I will try Chime. Sounds good, man. Roger McGee, much love to you. Jim says, I will be up late, no problems. That's his phone number. You can call him, TT. I'm not going to be online much longer at all, but you should we'll stay online a little bit longer to try to help you out. Because I don't like walking away from contributions. That's for sure. I mean, I'm not, this is a business. I'm not gonna turn away from contributions for sure. Pete says, have you noticed there's an increase in soy dogs? I've heard people have been abandoning them. Yeah, they have. Unfortunately, they have. For those of you that don't know, soy dogs are street dogs. They run wild over here, and sometimes that's a problem. So sometimes they chase you. I've been chased up a fence before. TT, I'll stay online a little bit longer just to see if we can help you anymore. Lyle says, are we still doing the members only tomorrow? We did the members only today, Lyle. We did that before this live stream. Unfortunately, YouTube did not send out a notification. I sent a notification to you guys on Wednesday, I think, to let you know that we were doing a live stream. We'll have another live stream because for some reason it didn't get posted and you guys didn't get an alert. So we'll have to do another live stream probably next week on that one. Eric says, JC, what would be better, a bar or a boat charter service? There's a lot of boat charters, but I tell you what, if you had the right boat and it looked new and you could competitively price it to where you were going, that boat charter would probably be the way to go, man. It depends on where you set it up at, too. You want to set a boat charter service up at places where there are places to take the boat to, for sure. You want islands to go to and things like that. Places you can dock at restaurants. That would be awesome. Greg says, was the Florida resort job a contract deal? How long would you have stayed? I didn't get into the specifics of it because I didn't want it to sound so good that I went home. Greg, to be honest with you, I wanted to stay here and kind of tough this thing out and see what happened, to be honest. I would have stayed long enough to bank some money and then come back. Jim says, TT, you will need an email to chime. You can chime me and I will chime JC if you can use my phone number. Very good. Jim says, I got into the live stream, Jeremy, for members only. It kicked me out and I couldn't get back in. That's weird, man. Very weird. Is it legal to protect yourself from a soy dog? I don't know, to be honest, Eric. As long as you didn't make it leave the earth, I would imagine you would be okay, but you never know. Roger's got a big one in there. Thumbs up, numbnuts. I love it when he says that. Jim says 48 up, 6 down. Thank you to the 6 trolls. I appreciate you. Alderman Asia says, I need to run also. If I don't see you tomorrow, I will see you from Mexico next week. Yes, definitely, Alderman. And tell us all about it, brother. I appreciate your contributions today. And thank you for being here. Definitely thank you for being here. Greg says, gotta run. Yeah, we've been going over 2 hours, and it seems like it just got started. So I understand if you guys got to run out of here, no problem at all. Greg says, Montelli, enjoy your time in Vegas, man. Don't freeze to death this weekend. He will be back on Tuesday. And a special thanks to Montelli for stopping by the way. That was, he's a good friend of mine, for those of you that don't know. We've hung out together several times and, been talking for a while. And, but I knew him back in the Philippine era. And, he's a good man, and I appreciate his comments. Montelli says, I'm glad I brought pants. I hear you. Yes, he is the man, Jim, one of the many men. Eric says, temperature 96 next week here in Richmond. I guess that's cool for Thailand. It's about running right now. My weather says it's 93 degrees outside, but the humidity here probably kicks the total temperature up to 100 and something, I'm sure, without question. It's very humid here. Very, very humid here. TT must be working on something, Jim, because he's not responding in the live chat. So I would think that means he's working on some way to get that money through, which would be great if he can. And if not, then, no worries. When these contributions come in, guys, it's for travel and equipment and projects that we're working on the channel. Just so all you guys know that maybe didn't know, it is what it is. And I am extraordinarily grateful for all of it. Roger McGee says a man got into a lot of trouble for hurting a soy dog that was hanging around the temple. Okay, so maybe it's not legal to defend yourself for a soy dog, or maybe it was just a temple. I'm not sure. That's a good one, Roger. That was just a notice, guys. So was that. TT says, yeah, so I guess he's still here. Or did you get it figured out, TT? Is that what that yeah means? I don't know. We'll see. Jim, I was calling you. Okay, Jim, he's trying to get in touch with you, bud. Sorry, somebody's liking a lot of my Facebook posts at the moment. This happens from time to time. These are not contributions or anything. Eric says, do you get used to it? Are most bars open air or do some have AC? Many bars are, the vast majority are open air, but there are plenty that have AC that you can go in. And I personally like to go in the air conditioned bars. They're going to be more expensive, but I like to go in those if I'm going to go. Those are people liking videos. Jim's put his number back up there, TT. Lyle says, night, Jim. Lyle, good night to you, my brother. Good to see you, and hope to see you tomorrow on the stream. Yeah, you get used to it, Eric, to be honest with you. And then you get used to the open air bars as well. You get used to all of it. I prefer to be in an AC establishment myself, but that's just me. Steve says, Jim, have to learn how to highlight names. It was all that time on the short bus. That's funny. Jim says, no missed calls here. TT says, Jeremy, let me figure it out. I will not forget about you. Fair enough, TT. No worries, man. Figure it out. And I'm not worried about anything, man. I believe you. Guys, if you commented at all during tonight's live stream, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate your participation. I really do. I hope you got a lot of value out of the live stream tonight. I think it was fantastic. We had a great time. Special thanks to Jim for getting everything started, kicked off. Robert for dropping the link. And everyone who contributed. Some of you contributed multiple times. And I am just overwhelmed that we were able to do what we did tonight. And hopefully we have another decent night tomorrow, decent morning, and we'll see what happens. But Charles, you as well. So many people contributed. Normally I would go down the list, but I'm just going to say a big thank you to all the people who contributed. I really love you guys. Thank you so much for your hard-earned money. Know that it is not, I assure you, it's not going to waste. I am working on, I'm committed 100% to working on 2 projects, which you will see the fruits of in October. So between now and October, if you can keep supporting, and it's going to change the trajectory of this channel. And you're probably going to see a spawn off of channels, and you're going to see other things too that are probably going to be very exciting. Not probably, they will be very exciting. And I think you guys will be proud contributors. Well, you're already proud contributors, but you will be more proud at that time. So really, guys, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for everything you've done tonight. Everybody, I appreciate it. And Jim says, good night. Charles gives the thumbs up. Eric says, at what point will you socialize with people visiting Thailand? I socialize with people visiting, just not a lot. Charles says, thanks, not necessary. Enjoy the fam. Thank you so much, Charles. I love this family atmosphere we got. Roger says, adios, muchachos, or however you spell that. I understand, Roger. Thank you, brother. Appreciate your contributions as well. Appreciate you being a moderator. Oh, my moderators. Thank you guys so much for doing the outstanding job. Love you guys. Trust you guys and appreciate you very, very much. One more thumbs up, 49 up, 6 down. Maybe somebody hit the thumbs up button on the way out. We'll see what happens. But TT, I appreciate the fact that you want to contribute, and I know you'll get away to figure that out later. So with that being said, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here tonight, and whatever you do today, remember, we'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. I'll have a new topic. I'm sure something will happen today that will be cause for a good conversation. We had a good conversation during this live stream, and I'm really happy about that. So, that's it. Love you guys. Whatever you do today, be sure you do more life. I will see you tomorrow. Later, guys, and many, many, many thanks.